Non-Phixion told us, the future is now. But what does that future look like? In a time of gritty reality and raw rebellion, Non-Phixion challenged the world to see beyond the surface, to confront the unseen. Nearly 3 decades later, we explore how that message, their future, has become our now. In 1995, Non-Phixion emerged, a group brought together by hip-hop legend MC Search, formerly of Third Bass. Search saw potential in a young MC named Ill Bill, who was making his way through New York's underground scene. Ill Bill had a unique voice, intense, unapologetic, and often dark. Together with Sabak Red and DJ Eclipse, they set out to create a movement that wasn't just about beats and rhymes, but something much deeper.
Non-Phixion got started back in 1995. I was working up at Wild Pitch Records with DJ Eclipse and MC Search. And I was making demos, doing my thing, and doing open mics and stuff like that. And I used to see Ill Bill all the time around the scene, you know. And I remember he used to work at this spot on Broadway called Rugged. And I always used to see that cat. And I was coming over to OC at that time. His album Word Life had dropped, and I wanted to go around spots and make sure the cats was going to play it.
Non-Phixion's early days were filled with hustle and struggle, performing in small venues, recording independent singles, and rejecting the mainstream industry's expectations. The group was committed to creating a future where their voices could be heard. Sabak Red, one of the group's core members, brought a unique perspective shaped by his experiences growing up in Brooklyn's public housing and his work with youth programs. His commitment to empowering the next generation of thinkers and creatives defined his role within Non-Phixion. In an interview for MV Remix in 2008, he said, "I really want people to hear it. I don't care how much I actually sell. I believe everyone can take something positive from it if they listen to it. My music is still heavy, lyrical, Brooklyn real shit, and it has a message." Sabak's work extended beyond music. He ran after-school programs for high school students, providing safe spaces for creativity and personal growth. This is another extract from the same interview. "What I do is real dope. I run the high school after-school program, providing the students a safe place to be creative and get their grades up." For Sabak and the rest of Non-Phixion, the goal was always bigger than music. It was about sparking change in a world where conformity often silences individuality. At the heart of the group's ethos was a commitment to speaking their truth, even when the industry pushed back. Their music was a rallying cry for anyone who felt unheard or unseen, a blueprint for underground resistance. Their message was as diverse as their members. Ill Bill, born William Braunstein, grew up in Brooklyn, seeing the world as a place of survival. Sabak Red, raised in Brooklyn's public housing, brought a strong political and social message to the group, heavily influenced by his work with the City Kids Foundation. Together, they aimed to confront the realities of their world head-on.
As far as Non-Phixion's music is concerned, man, we encompass everything, every aspect of life, from drugs to the streets, to the struggle, to politics, to pornography. That's because it's a part of everyday life. It's a part of our everyday life. So we encompass it all. We ain't fronting for nobody.
Non-Phixion's message didn't fit the hip-hop mold of the time, which led to constant struggles with major labels. They were signed by Geffen Records, but soon hit a wall. Geffen struggled to market a group with conspiratorial themes and politically charged lyrics.
Major record companies signed us, but they didn't know what to do with us. They had no idea how to market us. I mean, we were talking about everything from drugs to politics to street life.
Life on the road wasn't easy. Non-Phixion became notorious for their intense performances and a raw, sometimes chaotic tour atmosphere. Ness talked about this on the Adam 22 podcast.
When I came home from jail in 2007. I only did like a year and a half, but when I came out, MySpace had started. Before I went in, there was no MySpace, YouTube. It was like AOL chat rooms. And I came home, and Necro hits me up on MySpace. Never met him. Never even heard his music. I heard of him, but all I knew was I need drugs. Hit me up, was like, yo, I fuck with your shit, man. I want to take you on tour and sign you to my label.
Wow.
And I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And he took me on tour all through the West Coast. My first show coming home out of jail, we did House of Blues on Sunset. Best show I ever. Porn stars, naked chicks. It was like...
Uncle Howie, Ill Bill, and Necro's uncle, was an icon in his own right. His presence wasn't just personal. It influenced the tone and themes of Non-Phixion's work.
Uncle Howie, that's my uncle, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, you know,
it's funny, man, because 5714, man, this is my old building. This is where I grew up, you know, and right up there in that apartment, man. Yo, matter of fact, put the camera on that window right there. 5714 Farragut Road, you know what I'm saying? My Uncle Howie, he used to be nodding out, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Howie had a heroin habit for mad years, so he was on the methadone program. You know, so he was on the program, but at the same time, he was smoking mad weed, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of wrong things, but, you know, me being a young one, I didn't really know any better. That's my uncle, I looked up to him, you know what I'm saying? So I must have been like 7 or 8 years old, you know what I'm saying? I used to pick the seeds out of the weed for Howie, you know what I'm saying? And just watch him smoke that shit and nod out. And I try to have conversations with him while he was fucked up on dope. And he would just kind of like answer half a question. He'd answer like half a sentence and just drop out. His eyes would close. I wouldn't even understand why the fuck he was doing that. I felt a little dissed sometimes. You know, sometimes I kind of understood what was going on, but not really, you know, because when you're a kid, you don't really understand heroin or drug addiction. But, you know, that was my uncle. I loved him no matter what, same way how I love him now.
What's up with Uncle Howie? Uncle Howie's chilling. Matter of fact, Uncle Howie's right here.
What's up, man?
Dude,
What's up?
When you say that Uncle Howie has our back, when he has our back, I mean that literally. You don't even know he wasn't backing me. That's because he was watching my back as we walked the streets.
In 2002, Non-Phixion released The Future Is Now. The album combined conspiracy theories, gritty storytelling, and raw lyricism to create an underground masterpiece.
Then we was like, fuck it, we can't wait any longer. Let's just do this shit independent on our own. Find a distributor and just throw this shit out there. Fans can't wait any longer for this. So that's what we did. You know, we had most of the album done. We had about half of the album, more than half the album done when we was at Matador. But we was like, all right, let's do some more new joints, finish it up, you know, call it a wrap and put it out. And that's what we did. Uncle Howie Records put the album out there. The Future Is Now, April 2002.
And y'all motherfuckers, y'all get to hear fucking 7 years of fucking pain, man. Fucking blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying? So y'all motherfuckers better love that shit. Because we'll come to your house and fucking kill you.
Though Non-Phixion disbanded, their music continues to resonate. Artists like Griselda and Jedi Mind Tricks cite their work as a blueprint for authenticity in hip-hop. Their story reminds us that the future is now, a message that will continue to echo as long as people seek truth in their music.